You might be legally required to collect sales tax in a state where you have no office, no employees, and no physical presence at all. It all comes down to one concept, Nexus. In this episode, I'll explain what it is and how it could affect your business.
Welcome to Biz Help for You, the show that saves you the expensive learning curve by providing advice from industry experts in every facet of the entrepreneurial journey. Too many small businesses collapse. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, 20% fail within their first year, and less than 35% make it to their 10th anniversary. The goal of this podcast is to change that statistic. So if you're interested in learning more to be a successful entrepreneur, tune in today.
Welcome to this quick tip episode of Biz Help for You. I'm Candy Messer, and I break down bookkeeping, payroll, and compliance topics to help you stay informed and in control. And today, I'm answering a question that trips up a lot of entrepreneurs. What is Nexus? And more importantly, how does it affect your sales tax obligations? Nexus is a legal term that means a connection or link. In the world of sales tax, Nexus means you have enough of a presence in a state for that state to require you to collect and remit sales tax from customers there. So if you're doing business across state lines, maybe you sell physical products online, offer digital services, or have a remote team, Nexus is a concept you need to understand. There are two main types of Nexus you should know about: physical and economic. Let's talk about each one briefly. Physical Nexus is the old school version. If your business has a physical presence in a state, like an office, a warehouse, an employee or contractor, or even attending a trade show, then you likely have Nexus in that state. That means you're responsible for registering, collecting, and remitting sales tax there, even if your headquarters are somewhere else. Then we have economic nexus, which became a much bigger deal after the 2018 Supreme Court case, South Dakota versus Wayfair. That case basically said you don't have to be physically in a state to owe sales tax there. You just have to sell a certain amount into the state. So now most states have rules that say if you sell over a certain dollar amount or make a certain number of sales transactions into their state in a year, you've created economic nexus. For example, if you sell $100,000 or more, or make 200 separate sales to customers in a certain state, you may hit the threshold for economic nexus. And yes, that applies even if you don't live there, have no office, and never step foot in the state. Each state sets its own threshold, so it's important to check where your customers are and how much you're selling into each state. So how does all this tie into sales tax? Once you have Nexus in a state, either physical or economic, you're responsible for collecting and remitting that state's sales tax on taxable sales. This includes registering with the state's tax department, calculating the right sales tax based on your customer's location, collecting the tax at the time of the sale, remitting the tax to the state regularly, and filing sales tax returns on time. If you don't comply, even by accident, you can face penalties, interest, and audits, and no one wants that. So if you're making sales online, working across state lines, or growing quickly, it's a good idea to do a Nexus review. You want to know where you might have obligations before the state tax departments come knocking. If you're thinking, Candy, this sounds overwhelming, you're not alone. The rules vary by state, and they change often, but here's what you can do. Number 1, check where you're making sales and how much. Number 2, compare that activity to each state's economic nexus threshold. Number 3, register in states where you've triggered Nexus. Work with a bookkeeping team that helps you monitor this. This is one of those areas where getting a little help now can save you from costly issues down the road for non-compliance. My company, Affordable Bookkeeping and Payroll, handles sales tax reporting for clients. So if you need help, reach out to us to discuss your situation. You can call us at 310-534-5577 or send an email to contact@ab wayfairandp.com. That's it for today's episode. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me today. If this was helpful, please be sure to subscribe and share the episode with a fellow business owner. If you'd like to financially support the show, a link is in the show notes. And if you have a question you'd like me to answer on the show, send it my way to media@abandp.com. I love helping business owners build stronger, more stress-free operations. Until next time, have a wonderful day.
Listening to Biz Help for You. Please join your host, Candy Messer, again next time. Have a terrific day.